Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I don't know where you're tuning in from. This is Samugumbi, the mompreneur, and I am your host for AfriMoms. And guess what? Today I've got a lady who's even her name is Afra. Guys, is African. She's an African woman. And I'm excited because she's a woman who's got experience and we are going to learn more. I know that the women that have been coming on the African mompreneurs, are startups and all, but this is a seasoned lady and we are here to learn, guys. So get your notebooks ready. I'm going to be asking all the questions that I want to ask, that I'm going to learn. Okay, so if you're not going to benefit, I don't know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. But hey, let's welcome Afra. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How is the weather? Where are you now?
I'm at home. I'm in Harare right now.
In
and
Zimbabwe.
It's raining. Yes, in Zimbabwe.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining here. This side is always raining where I stay.
Wow, guys, today we are in Zimbabwe. We've gone all over Ghana, Botswana, Zambia. Today we are in Zimbabwe, in Harare, and Harare is the place where my husband comes from. So, Magadi.
Super, Magadi.
Gripo. I'm getting there. And I come from Bulawayo, and Bulawayo girl.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Nice to have you, Afra. Please tell us a bit about Afra, your family, your kids. Where are you? Just a bit of the background. Just we'll get into the business later.
I'm aged 48.
Okay.
I'm a mother of 4, 3 beautiful girls.
Wow.
Okay. 1 son and a grandson.
And a grandson. You are so blessed.
I was born and bred in the village, in Mankaland.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a rural girl, a typical rural one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my first days coming to town, to Harare. I would run away from people. I was scared. Serious.
Wow.
I did my primary level in the village.
Okay.
Where I could walk about 5 kilometers going to school.
Wow.
And 5 kilometers coming back to school.
Okay.
Okay. And at times when there's no meal at home, I'll go to school with a 20 kg bucket of maize. I will leave it at the grinding mill, go to school. After school, I'll carry my sack back home.
Guys, listen to this. This is an African woman. I told you guys. I told you. What? Wow.
So if I look today, where I came from,
yes,
I'm really proud of it. That's why I'm talking about it.
In my language, we say, "Sikuchayela ishombe," like we're really ululating for you.
I became an entrepreneur at a tender age. I'm now seeing it that I became an entrepreneur, I think around 5-6 years. When I was
what were you doing?
My mom and dad, they were in Harare.
Okay.
They were using the accommodation. There was no accommodation for us, me and my brother. And also my father said that he wanted us to be groomed.
Okay.
In the village.
Yeah.
Okay. So how I started to become an entrepreneur is that at times when there's no relish at home, we could go to the streams, start doing the basket capturing of small fish.
Wow. Wow. So the fish farming comes from way back.
That's why I said I became an entrepreneur at a tender age. By then I didn't know that I've started a journey.
Yes. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Okay. So you started there and you were doing that. And what were you going to do with the fish? Were you selling them or what?
No, it wasn't for selling. We'll then go and cook it at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's supposed to be tired maybe of eating vegetables, continuous, the life, the village of life. It was in the early 80s. Zimbabwe was soon, after Zimbabwe was getting independence, things, they were not all that smooth in the village. So at the end of the day, if you don't want vegetables every day, we had to look for other types of insects, including those small fish from the streams. So
and then the Amakwimbi. What about the Amakwimbi? What do you call them in Harare? I don't know what you call them. The
no, in my area, there's no Amakwimbi, but there's what they call Madora, which comes from the Msasa tree.
Okay, okay. But
we could walk a distance to get them.
More pannyworms, yeah. It's more pannyworms.
Yeah, no, in my area, there's no more pannyworms.
Okay, okay, okay.
We could even go for locust. There's a certain types of which we used to eat by then.
Okay, okay, yes, yes. I also grew up in the village, by the way, and I also started my journey, I think in grade 1, and I used to sell peaches. So at break time, I would run back home and climb on the tree and sell peaches.
Yeah.
Because I was in the village with my grandmother, and my mother and my dad were in town.
I miss those, I miss the village very much.
Yeah.
Because what is happening right now. When I first started working, I said that no, my children mustn't suffer like what I did, but I said it was a wrong concept.
Oh, now, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I've told myself that my children, they are not eggs. They don't break. Okay. If I could walk up around maybe 4:30 a.m. going to school.
Yes.
Walking a distance when I'm 6 years old.
Yes.
5 kilometers.
Yes.
What's the difference with my children? My children, okay, I'm sending them to school every day. They just get in the car, go to school, the driver will go and pick them, come back home. But I've said, no, yes, we can do this part. Yeah. But I'm teaching them to work hard. Okay. Because if I don't teach them to work hard, for me, Sammy, to be where I am, for you to be talking with me, I'm a hardworking woman.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
I'm happy. It was very hard by then, but I'm happy with the endurance which I passed through. It made me to be a strong woman.
Yeah.
So the same with my kids, my girl. I told you that I've got 3 girls.
Okay.
So I just need them to be the Proverbs 31 women.
Okay. Okay. So how are you grooming them? Maybe before we come back to you, how are you grooming these girls to make sure that they don't say it's mommy's money, but they work for their own money?
My children, it's like they are good, intelligent at school.
Yeah.
Myself, I didn't manage. It was tough. But for my children, wherever I am, they are chickens.
Okay.
My children know how to feed broiler chickens.
Okay.
From day old. They know how to slaughter them.
Yeah.
They know how to pack them.
Okay.
My children. Even my 9-year-old daughter knows how to do that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you've been with them?
Yeah, I got with them to the farm. When I started the fish farming project, I did them with them from the first up to now.
Okay. Okay.
Like I've got a daughter also. She's doing Form 5 here in Zimbabwe. I think in April, I'll be visiting the vineyards in Cape Town.
Yeah. She
says that she wants to do viticulture.
Okay.
But when she was growing up, she was saying that I want to be a doctor. But she's now seeing the other area of being an entrepreneur, to creating things and to be your own CEO.
Yeah.
To be a CEO. When I was winning my awards, she told me that, Mom, Well, I tell you, one day I'm going to be the youngest. See, I will receive the youngest CEO award.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'm
yes.
very grateful to Cape Town. We want to see the vineyards. So
Okay.
that maybe we can grow, we can take just a small piece of land where she can grow her grapes while she's finishing her school. The grapes, they will be, if you want to have,
growing.
Yeah, they'll be growing.
Okay.
Mangoes,
okay.
guavas, and lemons, so that maybe she said that she wants to do beverage. She wants to do winery.
Yeah.
So as a mother, I'm just showing them the way. But the first thing which I did is to let them be strong physically. It's like I bought here a book which says A students, they work for C students. B students,
okay. I would need to get that. It's called what? A students?
A student. Okay, it was written by this author who writes Rich Daddy.
Okay, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, sure, he's the one. He said that A students work for C students.
Okay.
B students work for the government. That's the heading on the cover.
Okay.
So she's an
for the government. Okay.
And if you look right now, people who were not bright at school, they are the ones who are running, who owns companies.
You know what? My husband needs to watch this because we always talk about this to say, because I grew up in the village and then he grew up in the Dells. And then with me now, I've pushed myself to get to where I am. And with him, he was like, oh no, but it's supposed to be like this. I'm like, no, it's not supposed to be like, we work hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the C students are the ones who are ruling the industries.
Yes.
And then they are now employing the A students, the accountants, what.
Yes.
In their line of business.
You are so right. But Afra, tell me, how did you balance up that they need to go to school, but they need to be entrepreneurs? How did you balance that? Because with my kids, I've got a 5, a 9, and 11-year-old. So as I'm doing entrepreneurship, I also want to be able to help them to say, this is the way, but you need to go to school as well. So how did you balance that?
My children, they go to A schools, to private schools. So when they've got exits, when they are on those holidays, we go to the farm.
All right.
My Form 3-year-old, my 14-year-old son can drive a tractor. Okay. Now know how to plow at the farm. Okay. So it's like whatever we are doing, even whatever the farm workers are doing, we do together. All right. We work together early, the same time we start work together. When it's time for break, we go together. When it's time for lunch, we go together. Time to work, when everybody's now, when we are resting, they go to their books. Oh, okay. So at times I make sure that I've got internet. Yeah. Where I am. I make sure that I give them time to read also, to start. Okay. So you are leading, like I would say, you're leading by example. You are not just saying, but you are being with them in the trenches. Yeah, I'm being with them in the trenches just because, my hero is my father's son. Okay. When I was staying in the village, it doesn't mean we're just staying. We could grow sugar beans. Okay. Then during the holidays, Easter holidays, that's when we used to go to Harare. All right. With our sugar beans, maybe we've got 10, 50 kgs of sugar beans. We put them on top of the bus to Harare. Yeah. When we are in Harare, we are not just sitting. Yeah. We'll be selling those sugar beans, going by street saying beansy, beansy. Hey, those women, my sister, I remember those women, oh my God, that's where we come from. Yeah.
That's where we come from. And people look down on it and think, oh, this. But look where you are now.
And my brother, you could go with my father to work. My father was a head mechanic at a bus company.
Okay.
So at a tender age, my father said that no one will play in the streets.
Wow.
So at a tender age, he knew how to fix engines.
Wow.
At that bus company.
Yes.
And then when it's now school, when we open schools, we go back to the village. When it's time for holiday, we come to Harare. I remember the days with my father. We could wake up as early as 3 a.m. Then we could carry him. He used to have a pickup. We could carry those women who do trading for vegetables, going to Mbare here in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So they want to buy early their produce very early so that they can sell in the locations.
Yes.
You will put a stool for me. He used to put a stool for me. I will sit there, then I will collect money.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
After that, you go back to when you start his work after we had worked.
Yes.
In the evening, I'll know that my father finishes work at such a time. I'll board a taxi, go and wait for him. We start now to carry people who are coming from work, going to where we stay.
Yeah.
And
you've got your stool.
Yeah, on my stool. So he taught me how to work at a tender
Work with
age.
your hands. Yeah.
Besides the basket capturing in the village.
Yeah.
When we came to town, it was not just to say that we've come to holiday. We just need to sit and no.
Yeah. No, wow. Wow. So when did you get into the bus industry? I know we're going to go into fish farming, but I want to understand your journey now. When did you get into the bus industry?
That was 1998.
Okay.
I've been a conductor of a bus.
Okay.
I've been an inspector. It has been a long journey. It's now 24 years.
Wow. Wow. Ladies, I don't know where you're watching us from. Listen to this woman, guys. I'm already getting nuggets. If you're sitting there and crying and saying that you can't do anything, get up, girl. These hands are not forks. Get up and work. Afra, tell us. I'm excited.
I remember last year in one of the magazines, in the CEO Africa magazine in my country, they wrote a story. I was surprised to see it. The Iron Lady of Zimbabwe.
Yes. Iron Lady. Yes. Wow. So you started off being a conductor.
Yes, I think I started from those small ones. Yeah, I started being a conductor in the bus industries from the money which my dad was saving, from what we're doing. He managed to start refurbishing a bus.
Okay.
He had interest, and we also had interest because he taught us that in transport you can get money.
Yes. And
we no longer need, the money for a pickup. We now wanted money for a 65-seater bus.
Yes. Okay.
It was a journey. That's what's right now. We are running over 100 buses here in Zimbabwe.
Over 100 buses?
Yes.
Okay, 100 buses. Now speak to us about the finances, because women will say that I struggle with balancing the finances for the home and the finances for the business. Maybe touch a bit on that to say, how did you get to these 100? I know they didn't come all at the same time, but how did you do it?
Sam, in life, everything have got stages.
Yes.
I'm saying 24 years now.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that we don't have to eat with 10 fingers. We need 5 fingers to eat. 5 fingers to eat.
5 fingers to serve
and 5 fingers to eat.
Okay.
If you get $1, you need to save maybe 10 rand. Save 5 rand and spend 5 rand.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I always say a 50 kg of sugar, maybe 20 kg of sugar, you can finish it with a teaspoon. Putting it into tea every day, that 50 kg of sugar will go.
Yeah.
And that same 50 kg of sugar, if you put a teaspoon every day, you can fill it up.
Wow. Like, wow.
So there's a lot of endurance.
Yes.
There's a lot of hard working. There's a lot of, you need to be an early riser.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like God calls us to wake up before dawn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
It was one of my biggest, hardest tasks for me. But I see it as God's calling us to be hardworking and purposeful with our time.
Yeah.
Because everybody's given 24 hours a day.
Yes.
God made sure that nobody complained. Today, you have got your 24 hours. I have got my 24 hours.
Yes.
You decide to use your 24 hours. So for us to reach there, it was a lot of sacrifice.
So much.
Hard working. It's now when we are now visiting the salon. It's now, it's when you want something, just have to endure.
Yeah. So it's endurance, ladies, #endurance if you're watching us. Okay, so we got into the buses. Now you are into fish farming. We're going back to the 5-year-old, to the 6-year-old who started that, and it's coming back now. How did you resurrect it?
We were on lockdown, buses, they were not on the road.
Yes.
So I just wanted something. I just wanted something which I can challenge people with.
Okay, all right, okay.
I wanted to do beef farming.
Okay.
And I wanted people to ask me, how are you not scared of the bees? Since I'm also in a challenge in the bus industry, you need to have stamina there.
Yes.
It's not for the weak people.
I'm telling you. No, that's why they call you the Iron Lady.
So that's when I went on internet. I checked what other African women are doing. I was inspired by women in Kenya, women in Zambia, whom I saw doing aquaculture.
Yes.
In Zimbabwe, there was nothing. There was no one even on YouTube who was doing it. Then I said, I want this.
This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to do.
Like when I was checking another guy from Zambia, he was telling us that people, they will remain in poverty if they keep on growing maize. You have got a hectare of maize, and then you are growing maize every year. You just remain in poverty. They're talking about farming. You can do a lot of ponds. Like myself, on a hectare, I've got 7 ponds.
Yes.
Which can care about 160,000 fingerlings.
160,000.
Yes. So I felt challenged. I did my research on YouTube. I did my research on Google. So I said that if these Kenyan women can do this, what can stop me? Then I took go for it.
Yeah, like, it's one of the projects that we're talking about. My husband, I was like, what? Then he's like, no, but maybe in Bulawayo. I'm like, no, we just have to go for it. So now you've paved the way. That's why I'm saying, you know what? This interview, my husband needs to watch this, because you've paved the way, and we're just going to follow because you've opened for us.
I started in March last year, 2021. Started digging the ponds. I thought it was easy, Like I visited my auntie, she was also doing, but on a small scale.
All right.
You know, I work with prisoners.
Okay.
Mm.
How?
So,
Hi, Iron Lady. How do you do that?
you know, it's like the Bible tells us to remember those people who are in bondage.
Yes.
Those who are in prison.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I would be just fulfilling what God says. So
Amen.
I visit them. Like last year in winter, I knitted about over 200 jerseys for the inmates in Mashonaland West where I'm doing farming.
Amen.
And I was also helping them providing farm implements so that they can grow their own maize.
Yes.
Then they serve other prisons.
Yeah.
So that now I started also working on them, and like it's part of rehabilitation.
Yes, 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 yes.
Mm.
Wow. Wow. You know what? You are loaded. The 30 minutes is not enough. Tell me, are you mentoring any women? Because the industries that you are in are male dominated. What about us women? Are you helping us?
This is the third interview.
Okay.
Yesterday it's true about this fish farming.
Okay.
Today I'm talking to you about fish farming. So I'm seeing that I've been in fish farming. I just need to go for it. No ways.
Yes. You're not coming back, because some of us are coming to learn from you. There's no way you're going back.
You know, when I started last year, I started digging the ponds when I was towards April, May, when I was putting the fingerlings. People they're saying that no, you cannot put them in winter. You have to wait to do it in October, in September, October, where there's sun. Then I said, no, if I stop putting the fingerlings here, I won't start this project.
Exactly.
Then I put the fingerlings and they don't eat feed whilst I'm with them here at the farm. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Because in winter they don't. So I said that if I just stop and leave these
ponds like that,
ponds open like that, I'll never do this project.
Yes.
I had to go. In August, I received a call that Chino University, they want they asked me to host fish farmers in Mashonaland West province in my country.
Come on. You see? You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's something wrong here.
It's okay.
Okay, I want to move.
Oh, you want to move? Okay, let me.
Yeah. You know, I was asked to host fish farmers in Mashonaland West province. That was August. Hey, I'm a new farmer. I haven't harvested, but I'm now hosting people. When the farmers, some of them, they said that they started in 2016, 2017. And you know, I'm just 3
months old or 5 months old.
Yeah. Then on 22 October, Food Agriculture Organization,
yes,
for United Nations, they came and drew a documentary on fish farming at my farm. 26 November, I was sitting as one of the panelists on Global Fish Farmers.
But no, Afra, no. Where is this publicity coming from? So when you started the fish farming, did you publicize it so that people find you, or how did these people find you?
I didn't.
How did they find you?
You know, even myself, I don't know what is happening in the fish farming industry.
Wow.
Imagine today I'm talking to you.
Yes.
And
many people are going to be calling you and saying, we saw you on Summer Spring interview. We want to know. Wow.
I think people, they are seeing my dream.
Yes.
Yeah. Just was my dream is to make this. My dream is to make it a training hub for women and the youth in my country and beyond borders. I'm thinking of aquaculture and tourism.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, why am I thinking so? It's like when I was at school, most people, they spent their years at school, 16 years, 17, only to be taught to be workers, to be employees.
You know, what you're talking about, the C student and the A student, the A students are still working right now.
Yeah. So it's like when children are like from Harare, children, they normally go to Kariba. When they go to Kariba in my country, they're just seeing water.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Yes.
They pay money just to do boat cruising.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that I must do different types of aquaculture, the pond culture, which I'm doing right now, using the trenches, the tanks, and the cage in the dam, just because there's a dam. So if I do the different types of aquaculture, young children will come and learn.
They can come and learn.
When they finish school, they will remember me. There was a certain farm where we went on a school trip. I want to do fish farming so that they can be entrepreneurs.
Yes.
They don't want the government that there's no employment. They'll have to create their own employment, you know.
That's it. And it started from in any age with a dream. I think with a woman with a dream cannot be killed, you know, cannot be put down, because you do the dream, but also it's the action. You are taking action. That's why people are seeing you and people are believing you, because you are moving. You're not just talking about it and then sitting. You are moving.
So I'm very excited. I was even invited by FAO. I'm attending a workshop from 29 and 30 in Zimbabwe on fish farming. I'm so excited.
Wow. I'm really excited too. Now I've got a mentor.
You know what, some people, what they think, a lot of women outside there. I'm taking this aquaculture project. I'll tell you that I have failed after 5 years. Not now.
Not now.
Now I'm on a learning phase. Someone is going to school to learn about aquaculture, fish farming. I'm learning.
Practical.
At my farm.
Practical.
So I also need those years to graduate.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Yeah. And you're doing it with everyone on the journey, because now all eyes are on you. Oh man, thank you so much. You know, I've really appreciated your time. I've really appreciated the lesson. I think this will end my March so well, because I'm going to flight this in March so that people can get to understand what's your journey, where are you going, and even intro. What do they call that? The English word, introspect. Like look inside and say, what are they doing? You know?
Yeah.
Awesome. Please, do you have any last words for us to encourage another woman, to encourage somebody out there who is saying, well, that's it for me, I'm done, I'm not going to work, yet they've got 10 fingers?
You know, what I want to tell my fellow women is that if you work hard, you get respected. You get respected, even with your husband. And we don't want women who believe that money comes from men.
Amen.
If you go and read the book of Proverbs 31 women, you'll see that they tell that women must work hard. From the money which we earn, we must buy land and plant a vineyard. Not a man, but a woman. Amen. A woman must be an early riser. She must be well-rounded. You must be faithful. Because you cannot do business, you cannot go up the ladder when you are not faithful. If you say to your friend, can I have 100 rand, $100, I will return it tomorrow. Make sure that by tomorrow you return that money. And if you don't have it by tomorrow, tell her the truth. You just need to be trustworthy.
Yeah.
People, they must know that if I go to Afra, I can give you my 200,000 USD. When I want it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And life have got stages. I have got my own stage, which is different from yours. Don't admire things which you don't know how people reached there. Some of us, we are not sleeping, working hard. And this year I'm reading. Fine, after I don't know how many years. You know, you admire someone's life who wakes up at 3 a.m. and you are waking up at 8.
Not even at 8, at 10.
And you want to drive the same car.
Oh.
You want to eat the same food.
No.
You know, it is very easy to help someone who is already doing action. It's difficult to push a stagnant car which is off than pushing a car which is in motion. So for people to come and help you, to help me, you must start doing something. Not waiting for grace to just come to you whilst you are sleeping in your bed. There's nothing like that. And we need to use our time wisely. Most of women, they're spending time on social media doing nonsense. You are in every group which talks deep secrets, whatever. Make sure when you go on social media, on Facebook, you go to groups which helps you, not destroys you. Whenever you use your data, you must be benefiting, Econet benefiting, Vodacom benefiting, and you also benefiting.
Yes.
And we also need to make relationships. If you take my conduct, what is the reason you are taking my conduct for? You need to build relationships because the relationships, they made me where I am today. And relationships just need people who are trustworthy.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. Ladies, these are wise words. She speaks in parables, but the parables are loaded. You eat with 5 fingers, you serve with 5 fingers. So now there is no argument. If you guys have been following me and you understand what I talk about when I talk about serving, today I learned a new thing. You eat with 5, you serve with 5. We are not arguing anymore there. So you are not going to say, Samu, how do I do my... That's it. That's what we learned from our sister today. And that stop doing funny things on social media. Let you benefit, let the companies benefit. Go to groups that build you and stop talking. Your statuses, your WhatsApp, stop venting. Give us business. Afra, thank you so much. Like, I am sure this is going to be one of my, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but one of my best interviews because I have learned a lot and I am challenged myself, Afra. I'm telling you to say what I thought was a dream. It's not a dream. You are doing it. You've walked the journey, so I can walk it as well. So thank you for paving the way. Tinotenda. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Ladies, there you have it. We had Afra talking to us wherever you are. If you want to connect with her, I'll leave the details below. But I hope you heard it. If you are connecting with her, why are you connecting with her? We are building a relationship. I've got a number because I'm building a relationship. If you're going to take it down below, build a relationship. Let's hope you are learning something. Stop bothering her when you are waking up at 10 and she's waking up at 3. Having said that, this is Samugumbi, the mompreneur. Watch out for another episode. Smiling is my trademark. Bye for now. Bye, Afra.